Welcome to Gainesville, Florida. It's hot, it's humid, just like the Gators like it, and the reason they call this place the Swamp is we are ready for the Florida home opener. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see, the number 23 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the SEC, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Canes' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. The returner will field it and bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Gators offense takes the field for the first time today. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. 3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Dropping back, it's Mertz. And he intercepts it. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Hurricanes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, tackle. On the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football. And the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush and a better job forcing the turnover.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out, you got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this point.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Quickly complete. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Ready to fire from the pistol. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next one.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable.
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
After the big 1st down sack, it's 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Mertz. He finds his man. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. A little screen to the running back. Ripping through the defense. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the change for the first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. Forges ahead for one to the 8-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. On second down, they'll take to the air. It's caught. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. They're going to run it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. Kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. You can't have any more of those turnovers.
Fires to the tight end. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. And the Canes want to crank the tempo. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Looking downfield, it's Ward. Fires to the right. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Got it in the middle. It's Horton. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. After that completion, move the chains. Now 1st down. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Got a man. It's Restrepo. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
You run the slant route daily, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom. Stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
Quick strike complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had...
Touchdown, Hurricanes! What a grab and go for the score. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target, then make the big play, get the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Well, a bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Oregon has the lead right now in Eugene, but that typically dynamic offense just hasn't been able to pull away. And they're up by 7 over the Sharks. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered.
And the ball is intercepted. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. Second interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
And the Hurricanes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Ward. Makes the catch! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Miami!
I think this coaching staff is jacked up to get this offense firing so fast early in the season, on point. A lot of times it takes time to build the rhythm. It takes time to get it rolling. This offense starting the season off with a bang.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got it set up on the outside. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. The Gators send out the punt unit.
You know good and well the quarterback wanted to push the ball down the field, wanted to throw for the 1st down. Couldn't do it because the defense had taken it away. He did the right thing. Didn't turn it over. He dumped it off to his running back. His running back got some positive yards. But guess what? Now it's decision time.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Linebackers are so fast nowadays, so multiple. They can do so many different things. Not only do they play the run, but if I need you to go get a sack, I can just send one of those fast linebackers that can rush the quarterback.
Didn't help themselves much on 1st down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 20. Back to pass, it's Ward. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. The Canes want to pick up the tempo.
Need to do a better job as a defender tackling the catch. On the curl route, he had a chance to break on the ball, get the receiver down, couldn't do it, and as a result, they give up an explosion.
It's complete. A huge pickup. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown. Touchdown, Cade! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Makes his connection.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Gonna take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll leave it with him. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Looking to throw, it's Ward. Setting up the screen. Nice move to stay on his feet. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, big juke to get past. Look at that toughness just running through everybody. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Yeah, and when I got a guy like that at QB, I'm going to give him the ball early and often. I'm going to let this dude do him because give him multiple options. He makes the right decisions, you could tell. But in the end, he's got speed, playmaker. I want to find ways to continue to get him the ball, let him make decisions, and make plays like this.
He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. The Hurricanes have this offense rolling. From the gun, looking for a man. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
28, Florida, 3.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Safe completion on the screen. They make the stop, and a good pickup there on first down. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. He'll do it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They'll get the first down and spot it on the 49. They've already moved the chains a couple of times on this drive, now out close to midfield. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Across the 10. Oh, how did he make that move? Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. That's the way you get things going. A huge play and now attacking from just inside the red zone. They're threatening to score and they'll throw it. Under heat, he gets rid of it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The play action fake.
Doesn't take this defense.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And they have converted their first 2 3rd down opportunities, but this one a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield, going for it all. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
Now, a lot of times you see those receivers as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball is thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point cuts the lead to 28-10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Purdue is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Purdue, Pete, isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over the Coyotes.
Trying to find his man on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Arroyo.
Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Caught in the backfield, it's Restrepo. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Canes have their offense in high gear.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. Trying play action. Catch in the middle, it's McCormick. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open.
Brings up second down.
Dropping back, it's Ward. Good timing on the quick out. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Canes have moved it inside the 20.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Miami!
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game one going exactly how they scripted it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35 to 10. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
35, Florida 10.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Handoff to the lone back. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. Here on third down. They try to pop a run on the draw. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the returner will be knocked down. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Back to pass, it's Ward. Got his man downfield. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Gets it out quickly.
And I love working the slot receivers. You see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
Man, he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really,
a shot toward the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Canes.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
Ready to try the point after.
For the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone, it's Abrams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. He'll start this drive firing, using the quick game. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Looking to go up top on first down. Quick completion on the out. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Oh, he wants it all. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half, we airing the football out, cutting into this deficit. Who knows what the heck will happen.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker on for the extra point.
Splits the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a big play up top going 63 yards to the house.
17.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Gets it out fast. They'll immediately call timeout.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Caught near the sticks. It's Restrepo. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Grab near the sticks. It's Restrepo. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield, it's Ward. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Not quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. He'll come out throwing on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. These two defenses have really been up to the task so far, and it's hard to ignore how each of these two secondaries have impacted things. They've stayed true to their assignments, covering each receiver like a blanket. And you know what else they've done? They've wrapped up and tackled. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Grabbed in the backfield. It's George. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch.
QB now has over 400 yards passing, guys, and you got to give everybody else in his supporting cast a ton of credit. Receivers, great job running routes, catching the football, and this offensive line has been outstanding, giving him time to throw.
Back behind the chains, 1st and 15. To the air, it's Ward. Got his man quickly. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. The give to the back. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Restrepo. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Grab behind the line. It's George. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down?
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Got it past the marker. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. Back to throw. It's Ward. He's got his man. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Oh, he makes the catch. Knowing that your man can make the catch against his defender, that wasn't a big play, but it can set you up down the line to be able to take advantage.
Yes, get it to him as fast as I can. When I see him open, he runs the little hitch, get it to him so he can make a little bit of yards.
Touchdown, Hurricane! And the pummeling has started. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Troy is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Nevada. For now, it's back to you, fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Gators will punt this one away.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. On the run, it's Ward. Quickly complete. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Connection to the right. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
This is just getting gross. I mean, he's close to 500 yards now, just dissecting this defense. They have had no answer for that powerful arm.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. They want to run it left here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is snowed under. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer to get the sack.
The Canes will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the grab. It's Wilson. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand.
For an offense.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And that's crazy. 1 second you're the offense and you're thinking 2nd and inches, we're taking a shot, we're in a great spot, and then you give up a sack, and now all of a sudden you're in 3rd and long and you're thinking, uh-oh, we got to convert this, or we're giving the ball right back to our opponent.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Looking for a man. It's Mertz. Shoots it to the left. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. The Gators line up to punt it away.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Caught behind the line. It's Arroyo. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Lost one deep down the right side. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Miami. And the beatdown has ensued. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? And you can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close it in style with a 72-yard pass to the house. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The give to the lone running back. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. And now on 2nd down for this offense. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. To the air, it's Mertz. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
Yeah, and David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority number one. Understand it. Late in the game now, up by multiple scores. I'm playing my defense a little bit different. Can't give up the big plays. Time is on my side.
Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can...
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
Nice pitch, nice catch, and listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to, and this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
Lining up for the PAT.
For the extra point.
Smashes it through for the PAT. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Give to the single back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. The offense set for a 1st down play. To the air, it's Mertz. Quick strike complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder.
He's loose down the left side. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Gators! The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives. Coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
Splits those uprights right in half. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 58-yard touchdown pass. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The give on the inside. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a 2nd down.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down, it creates 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
From the gun, the running back has it. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Now the play fake. Right down the middle. Makes the grab. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. It's a draw. Dances away from 1. Tackled after picking up the first down. The Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He's got it and still on his feet. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Little touch pass to the receiver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
Well, you obviously want to get your receivers the football down here in the red zone, but it's tough to throw.
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. Actually, you probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. With the catch, it's Johnson. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid. We're seeing...
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Canes! How about that D coming up with a play like that?
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Rice has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside this building that hosted Super Bowl 8. They're up by 10 over Sam Houston. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Line getting set on 2nd down. To the air, it's Mertz. He looks that one in nicely. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else.
They keep attacking through the air. Usually see better timing between this senior quarterback and his receivers. That one well behind him.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's throwing multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Release to the back. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Quickly complete. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They think there's room to run to the right here. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out and start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.